Shalom and blessings to you and yours. This is Highlighter. I have something to share. Well, actually highlight because of the work of our Messiah, Yahshua, who gave his life for us. This is a short clip. Ukraine building here was attacked about 4 weeks ago, and I will show to you what is hidden. Take note that the beast and the dragon will be cast into the lake of the fire. And now I'm going to share with you the glory of our Maker that reveals these things only because of his Son and his works.
The war in Ukraine, with Russia facing the threat of new sanctions now from President Trump after the Kremlin staged the biggest aerial attack on Ukraine since the war began. Keir Simmons is watching all of it for us tonight. Keir?
Hallie, good evening. This was the largest overnight drone offensive of the war, according to Ukrainian officials. And significantly, it hit a main government building in the capital, Kyiv. It's the first time that building has been struck, and it's being seen as a message from Moscow, though the mayor said it may have been an accident after the drone was intercepted. 4 people, including a baby, were killed across the country, while Russia said it intercepted 69 drones and that 3 people were killed. Tonight, President Trump's Ukraine envoy, Keith Kellogg, says the attacks are not a sign that Russia wants to diplomatically end this war. Hallie?
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News.
Yes, that was tragic, but you should know that these 2 nations are under the Pope. This is a war that's been going on for a while, and if you follow along, you'll understand what Yahweh's revealing. This is the building here, and I'll show you the front of it, the facade, because the facade, the front of the building, reveals to us that it's not Yahweh, which the world calls God. It's not Yahweh that's the leader of our governments. It's Lucifer. But the earth is Yahweh's footstool, and he's blessed me and let me see that. And it's by his strength and sovereignty is what keeps us free. What you're looking at is a Master Prisoner 83. If you search my channel for Prisoner 83, this is you'll see and understand what Yahweh's revealing. Right here, there are 8 windows. 8 windows that are going downwards. In one of my last videos, I showed you these circles are intentional. Everything's intentional. One of the connections is to the goddess Bat, B-A-T, Bat. This is what is left over for the world that's rejected their Messiah and their Creator, whose name is Yahweh. We've all been deceived. We've all fallen short of the glory of our Maker, but it's by the Spirit of our Creator and his kindness that he shows to us why these things happened. This is 8 rows on each of these that go down this window, 8. And then there are 3 orange doors, intentional. Walter Veith, a professor who's a Seventh-day Adventist, I believe he's Reformed. There's things he don't agree with. I can't speak for him, but he has a YouTube channel. Somebody shares a sermon room videos, and he has another outlet, the Clash of Minds, I believe. I've not reached out to him or any, but I want you to know that Walter Veith is very skillful at exposing symbolism, and what we're looking at is It's the anti-Messiah spirit in the world that's operated through the Freemasons and Jesuits, because this here idol belongs, or not belongs to them. Everything belongs to Yahweh. I want that to be clear. These are his powers that he's put into the earth, but he's given his enemy authority, and the world is thinking that this is going to be their God. 8 and 3. This is what we're looking at. 8 and 3, 3 windows or 3 doors. Here is the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, the United Center building. This is the same thing. The octagram 8, and below is 3 windows. 8 and 3, same thing. 3 orange windows, and there's 8 coming down here. In the past few videos, I showed this connecting to witchcraft and to, other cultures. 8 and 3. It's also the symbol for chaos. This is 8 and 3. Here is chaos. The goddess Tiamat is connected to chaos, a dragon in Mesopotamian myths, and that's the oldest culture in the earth, is the Mesopotamian culture. Here is Tiamat. This is the sun god image fighting with Tiamat, and this here is the number 8, and below it is 3. I praise my Maker that he has shown me many things as evidence of the resurrection of his Son. This belongs to him. What he showed with me belongs to him. And it's his glory and his praise, not the idol. How he has led me is how he strengthened me. How he delivered me and restored me and gave me a second chance. His power for me, to me, for the work he's given. There are 4 of these right here on top, and there are 4 below, and then there are 3 at the bottom. This is 8 and 3, also the idol. Here's my third witness in one image. There are 8 of these octagrams, flowers they call rosetas. Rosetas, 8-pointed flower, and below it is a chevron. This is the idol. It's in here 3 times, and it's in countless churches. If you subscribe and share with your with pastors and church leaders, I'm going to share a list of churches as an example that have the idol on stage. They lift up their hands to it and worship it, because the leaders of the world agree with the Vatican City, as does the Ukraine government. These buildings here reflects the Roman Catholic, the Roman Empire. It's a match to the Jesuit IHS emblem. It's a match to the crown of the Pope. It's a match to the crucifix of Jesus, according to the Western Church of the Roman Catholic Church, Eastern, I guess. I get them mixed up. The Eastern Church that used they used 3 nails. Right here. One Jesus is kosher, and the other Jesus is not kosher. One Jesus represents the goddess of the nations, Lucifer. The other one represents our Messiah. So this is what's on that Ukraine building. Is 8 and 3. The cross is the number 8, and there's 3 nails. May Yahweh open your eyes to understand and see that it's he who has power over the enemy, over all of his creation. He has done it, and he is doing it. because the King is kind and He's given us time to see and to come out of the churches that have this idol in it. These churches are the ones who teach Easter, Sunday, Sabbath, Trinity. They are the ones who have the idol in the churches. I'm not going to say all of them, but that's what I see, is that Trinity leads to the idol, and especially Easter, because this is the power of the beast system that's over the world to control the flock of Jesus, to lead the nations. Without us, without the flock, without the church, without people going to church, without people celebrating Halloween and Easter and Christmas and spend all your money and time to worship the idols, because without us, there is no beast system without us. So that's why the world, the majority, even the churches, Christians, are deceived and kept blind to support this beast system. Yahweh's concerned with the churches because He does not want some of us, or any of us, to suffer, of course. He doesn't want who He's called out to be joined to them. If you don't belong to Him, He's not looking for you. And if He's called you and sent for you, His Son will come to you. But salvation is available for anybody who calls upon the name of Yahweh. We see that in the book of Joel 2:32, Acts 2:28, and Romans 10:13. 3 times. It's the same formula. Call upon the Creator and not call upon things down here below in the earth, because all systems fail except the one above. Yahweh's done it. It's His glory. You can put your trust in Him. I praise our Maker, because the King is the 7th and the Queen is the 8th, because she has 8 legs, as does the Roman Catholic Jesus right here. 8 and 3. You can see the real spider. This is just a graphic, but if you want to see the real spider, a photograph of one who has this here, it's at trinityisdark.com, and bookmark worldwidewidow.com. That's where I'm going to host the data. Peace and blessings. Stay safe and stay away from the fellowship of the workers of darkness. Show yourself to be set apart, because the world is looking for true ones. They're testing us to see how we're going to react, but Yahweh is the one who's watching. He knows it all. Shalom to you.